I'm still trying to get 100% on a U.S. geography quiz, which I did for the first time this last week. It's a very big moment for me.
Dude, I've seen that on a girl's Tinder before, like Mensa member.
The U.S. geography test?
No,
I'm kidding.
Could you guys get 100% on a U.S. geography test?
I think
I could do better.
How does it work?
It's a Sporkle quiz. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
If I'll say this, if I have to label the states with no assistance, then I get a little fucked up in the Northeast about Connecticut and Delaware, and I think Vermont. Woody told me something a while back that was supposed to be this little.
Vermont has a V shaped like a V.
V is up top by Maine. Here, do it. Here, do that test right now.
Vermont, New Hampshire, Vermont shaped like a V. I think.
No, I'm gonna embarrass myself. Let's see.
Oh, you just named the state straight up?
Yeah, you hit play and then you just click on the thing when it says so. It says Alaska.
Continue without supporting. Yes.
Yeah.
Continue without supporting.
I've been trying to do this for literally 5 years, and I finally fucking got it this last week. Math would fuck me on the IQ test as well.
Nevada, Utah, Kansas, Colorado, Nebraska, South Carolina, Wyoming. Minnesota,
I struggled
Michigan,
with Idaho.
Iowa. No, I've been to Idaho, so I know that one. I've been to so I've traveled the entire coast. I just haven't been up north to that Rust Belt. So I don't know. I've got a grip on the Southwest and the West Coast, and like I said, it's just when I get to Vermont and Delaware. But now with Woody's help, that Vermont is the one shaped like a V, then that one's Delaware, and that's Connecticut. There's Vermont's Maine, there's Rhode Island, and
okay, you're just crushing it. I was getting like 60%. I was literally scoring better on European map quizzes.
Pennsylvania, New York, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Yeah, I know them. I may be a little.
Are you taking it, Kyle?
I'm taking it.
Because I thought I knew them and I'm getting some wrong.
Let me guess what you got wrong.
Sure.
You got Maryland wrong.
No, I'm from Jersey. I'll know that.
Damn. Okay.
I'm taking it now.
Louisiana? No, that one's easy because it's an L.
It's the flyover states, like the Wisconsin, Iowa, Indiana area is all blur to me.
Yeah, Missouri. Missouri's like right in the middle. That's how I remember that one.
Ooh.
I remember it by living here.
Yeah, I think I know Missouri.
Oh, are you in Missouri? Are you?
Yeah, I'm in St. Louis. All right, 100%. Nice.
There you go. Okay. Well, fuck me, right?
I like geography.
Don't you travel a lot for your job though, or do you not?
No, not really. Like I used to, but like not too much. And like COVID shut that down. But yeah, the states I'm always being from the Midwest definitely gives you a leg up in like a states quiz because like I imagine if you're from California or the East Coast, you're like Iowa, Nebraska, the Dakotas, Indiana, like which ones? Whereas like I know all those down pat, and then the Northeast is not that complicated. It's like what are you going to possibly mix up? Like Rhode Island and Delaware are the only ones, and if you just know that Delaware's south of Rhode Island, easy.
Rhode Island's the smallest one, right?
Yeah, it's the littlest one.
I got 90%.
And Maryland is the one that looks the goofiest. What'd you get wrong?
Wisconsin, Iowa, Indiana, New Mexico, and Mississippi.
New Mexico?
Yeah. That's just
switch with Arizona.
I think I thought, I switched it with Arizona. That's what happened.
Yeah, I honestly, I had to sit there for a second, went on that one, and be like, I
was there recently, like a couple months ago. I stood in all 4 of those states at the same time, and I still fucked it up.
Yeah, honestly, I just remembered it because
I want to share my results.
Sedona, Arizona was like toward the end of my trip, but like New Mexico was kind of mid-trip. I had to literally remember.
New Mexico is surprisingly beautiful. Like gore. Oh, well, where I went. I don't know where you guys visited, but I went to.
I went through the ugly part with the poverty and the open spaces where you can blow shit up in, and where the survivalists live. Out there in the deserts where it flash floods, and you get marooned 20 miles out into Bureau of Land Management property for half a day. It is a wasteland. It's what I imagine like a planet you wouldn't want to land. If we were flying through the galaxy and we saw a planet that just looked like New Mexico, we'd keep going.
Okay,
dude, I was in New Mexico, and like Kyle said, there were hundreds of miles of poverty with hardly a break. And what shocked me, every road seems to be practically paved with broken glass. These guys throw bottles out of their car like it's their job. I was like, what the fuck is this?
New Mexico median
Those
income
are
is-
shattered vials.
New Mexico median household income is $51,000.
I'm not here to rip on their household income. What I'm going to tell you is the people I saw weren't just poor. They were like in Star Wars, you know, sometimes you'll see the sand people and they're like wah, 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 and they're like living in like little like sheds. We drove past people who were living in houses made out of van tops. Now, for those of you who don't know, in the 80s, conversion vans were the hip thing. You take a regular pedo van, cut the top off of it, literally with a saw, and then replace it with this big high-rise fiberglass deal that gave you more headroom, and then you pimp the fucking thing out. This is right before SUVs happened. They'd use those, they'd have all these van tops, these big pieces of sheet metal with nothing to do with them. People would use them for, they were living in houses made of those when we drove past. My jaw dropped when I saw that. I was like, I didn't know we had that in this country. It looked like Haiti.
Dude, yeah, the places I saw that like they're just corrugated roofs. I'm like, this has all the construction prowess of a tree.
My dad
house.
probably made that one.
My uncle is like one of those people. He like built his own home in New Mexico. It's on a plot of land where like the nearest neighbor's 20 minutes away. Like his home floor was like clay. It was like clay, but he's a bit like Frank Herbert. He's like a libertarian type. He thinks that private citizens should be able to own nuclear weapons. He's like that kind of
a lot of those guys in New Mexico are of similar leanings. The scarier gun guys I know live out there. I don't mean scary like militia. Those guys live around West Virginia and Ohio, like up in there. But the more the survivalist type, who are like prepared for whatever, those guys love New Mexico. I'm sure for some reason, I don't know what strategic value that area has, but they found some there.
It was a huge culture shock when I went to visit them because I have family out there and they live in this one town, and the town that we visited was beautiful. There was lush and green, and but the town itself had, I think, literally like 200 people that lived in it. I think like the senior class that was graduating that year had, I think, 7 people in it.
That's itty bitty.
So it was like a huge culture shock, obviously coming from suburbs of California visiting there, but it was astonishingly pretty, the place that I went to.
I liked the most beautiful place in the U.S. I've seen is Sedona, Arizona. I think it's very beautiful there. They have red rock formations there, and there's a little tourist town. You have to sort of drive round and round, descending into a canyon to get there, which was fun in its own right. Motorcycling there would be challenging, but fun. And then once you get there, it was one of the better tourist trap towns I've ever been to. They had a real cowboy on one side of the street. I mean, like a man with a 6-shooter that was real because we talked to him, and like he was not a Halloween cowboy. He looked legit. And on the other side, they had a real fucking Indian. They had a real fucking there it is.
Oh, that's cool.
They had an Indian with the headdress and the feathers and everything, and they would kind of mean mug each other when they like caught each other's eye across the street and have a little showdown for a second, kind of play it up, and then keep going.
Have you ever been to Yosemite?
No, I did not.
I'm pretty biased, but California has a lot of really beautiful, like Big Sur is another like coastal city that's beautiful, but Yosemite is astonishing.
What I did see that was pretty mind-blowing.
Do you want to do your topic?
I was going to ask if you had been to Mount St. Helens, like where I think there's a national thing there, a park there or something now, but have you ever seen the lava fields?
No.
I don't know why I didn't know they existed. I knew that Mount St. Helens happened, big eruption. I thought big boom or whatever.
That's in the Bay Area, right? Mount St. Helens?
No,
it's up in dusty. I didn't realize there were lava fields.
Lava fields. It looks like black rolling lava fields as far as you can see, and just out there you can go and grab lava rocks.
Oh, wait, where was this?
It's up in the north west.
Okay.
Was it Washington? I think I drove from Seattle like down the the coast.
I may have been there.
It's in Washington, yeah, near
It
Portland.
looked like
actually.
Mars almost, right?
I stole a lot of the rocks. I stole a
Yeah.
lot of them.
Not me. I was on a motorcycle. But
Yeah, I had a truck. I feel
you don't
I
load
stole
up
a lot
a
of
bike.
rocks.
It's like you're hiking. You're like, I stole a lot of rocks. Really? That's terrible.
Well, they were like lava rocks. It was cool. Like,
they're cool. I guess I was just saying weight matters more on a bike.
Oh yeah, they were also porous too. So it's like
Yeah.
that was one of the things I got at home. I like check out that rock, and people would pick it up and be super light. Somebody stole them. Somebody stole my
Really?
goddamn lava rocks.
I brought home
Cocksuckers.
a rock for Jackie, Colin, and Hope from Death Valley. Like, these are Death Valley rocks. Aren't they cool? No.
Okay.
I tried to.
No,
pick
I
special
like
ones.
that. Remember in Saving Private Ryan, Tom Hanks had a little bottle of sand from every beach, or maybe it was one of his underlings, but he collected a little bottle of earth from each battlefield.
Yeah.
And
Is that Vin
labeled
Diesel that did that, or it was
Might
one of
have
the
been.
underlings? Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
maybe I thought that was fucking neat though. He all those battles. Maybe Sardinia was on there, like tons of battles. He'd been to every front.
I
That's a
went
warm.
to.
Go ahead.
You were talking about your favorite tourist trap town, Oatman, Arizona. Zach, there's a link if you could show some pictures. Dude, they're like, you talk about cowboys, there's donkeys just walking up and down the street.
Burros?
Burros.
I guess so. And
Sure, Oscar can
the
have a
whole
burro.
town is designed like, yeah, that's what it looks like for real. And I just like, I guess I'll just park next to the donkeys, and I park my bike and went walking around. This place is
What do you
dope.
call it? Movie set, right?
It looks like a movie set. It could be a movie
Vámonos.
set. There's a
Oh,
restaurant.
that's
in
fun.
there.
I like this.
They have dollars on the walls. I can hardly estimate how many dollars. There must have been $75,000 in singles just wallpapering this restaurant. Some of them like $2-3 deep, and they ran out of wall space. So now they're doing ceilings. They're doing like unused places you walk. It is so many $1 bills, and you're
Dude,
like,
That's a comedy movie in it that writes itself, right? Like
Robbing
they're
that
sitting-
place. Yeah.
robbing that place.
Yeah. That would be such a funny movie. Instead of like normal burglar tools, they have those
You don't understand.
staple removers.
It's literally just sitting there.
sitting there. They wildly overestimate it. It's got to be $1 million. Like, clearly not.
You come back with 30 grand.
No, I
We're,
like those tourist trappy towns.
This one
Myrtle
must be
Beach is pretty bad, but Myrtle Beach is nasty. It's
Is it?
a little much. Yeah, you've never been to Myrtle Beach?
I've been to
driven
Myrtle
through
Beach.
it.
I liked it. I thought it was.
Did you ever been on Bike Week?
No, I don't think I'd like Bike
Yeah.
Week.
You've never seen so many genital piercings in your life.
Oh, I wouldn't like that. I don't
Don't
want to
bet
be
against
forced
it.
to see that.
Yeah, not on Main Street anyway.